Hello and welcome back to COVID-19 updates. Sorry I haven't posted a video for a while. I've been to school, but I'm now happy to post a few more videos over the next few days. So, in today's video I'm going to be talking about more than a quarter of the UK are now under stricter rules. More than a quarter of the UK population is set to be under coronavirus lockdown rules as new measures come into force this weekend. From Saturday in England, households in Leeds, Wigan, Stockport and Blackpool will be banned from mixing in each other's homes or gardens. In Wales, Llanelli will be subject to new rules from 6 BSD, with Cardiff and Swansea following 24 hours later. It comes as the rate at which the virus is spreading appears to be speeding up. Meeting other households indoors from across the whole of Scotland on Wednesday. The R number, which indicates how many people someone with coronavirus infects, has risen this week and now stands at 1.2 to 1.5. A number above 1 means the virus is spreading within the community. Meanwhile, the daily number of confirmed COVID cases in the UK reached a record high of 6,874. Government figures on Friday showed. In England, the rule of 6 and the 10 p.m. closing time for pubs and restaurants applies nationally, but extra restrictions are in place in parts of North East and North West England, West Yorkshire and Midlands where the infection rate is higher. So I'm going to be going through the R number estimates in the nations and regions. So England, it's between 1.2 and 1.5, Scotland 1.2 and 1.6, Wales between 0.7 and 1.2, Northern Ireland it's at 1.5, East of England 1.1 and 1.3, London 1.2 to 1.5, Midlands 1.2 to 1.5, North East and Yorks 1.2 to 1.5, North West 1.2 to 1.5, South East 1 to 1.3, and South West 1.1 to 1.4. This is the sources are from the DHSC, the Scottish Government, the Northern Ireland Department of Health, and the Wales TSC. The latest rules for Leeds, Wigan, Stockport and Blackpool came into force at midnight and banned different households from mixing inside private homes or gardens. Support bubbles are not affected, and friends and family can still provide informal childcare for children under 14. People are also not advised to socialise with people they do not live with in any other settings, including bars, shops and parks. Leeds City Council leader Judith Blake told BBC Radio 4's Today programme it was clear people had not been self-isolating if they had symptoms. She said, what we got to do is make it responsible for people, she said. We are very conscious of the emotional toll on people and mental health issues that will follow. And, of course, it is a very different prospect going into winter. Going into spring with night lights and good weather was one thing. Going into winter, I think, is going to be very tough for people. She added she was concerned about the situation at universities in the city. We have put a testing site into Leeds University on the campus, she said. We keep saying to the government that we do not have enough community testing. Later on Saturday, where the R number is between 0.7 and 1.2, we will see its first town-only lockdown, with people in Llanelli in Carmarthenshire banned from leaving town or mixing indoors with anyone outside their household. The same rules will be brought in for Wales' two biggest cities, Cardiff and Swansea, from 6 on Saturday. People will not be able to enter or leave the areas without a reasonable excuse, the Welsh Government said. It means by the end of the weekend, about half of Wales' population will be under lockdown, which is 1.5 million people, and the total number of people across the UK living under stricter rules will stand at 17 million. Wales First Minister Mark Drakeford urged people in Cardiff to behave as if restrictions are in place until they come into force on Sunday. My experience is people are wanting to do the right thing, he told LBC. Health Minister Vaughan Gething told Today restrictions were more focused on transmission in the home than the pub. These are not the severity of the restrictions we imposed in March, but they are real and they are serious, he said. I think the more significant restrictions are taking apart the extended households and travel restrictions. We have good evidence. It is contacting people's homes that are driving it primarily. Then it's leaking into other areas where people have contact, including licensed premises. Health Secretary Matt Hancock said he recognised the burden and impact these additional measures have on our daily lives, but we must act collectively and quickly to bring down infections. It comes as London was added to the government's COVID-19 watch list, with all boroughs classed as areas of concern. Meanwhile, up to 1,700 students at Manchester Metropolitan University have been told to self-isolate for 2 weeks in their student halls after a spate of positive tests for COVID-19. Students have said that security and police officers outside their accommodation and were told we're not allowed to leave. In a bid to stop the virus spreading in Scotland, students have been told not to socialise with anyone outside of their accommodation or go to pubs, parties or restaurants this weekend. In Scotland and Northern Ireland, people are banned from visiting each other's households indoors, although groups of up to 6 may still meet outside. The new Scottish rules were introduced on Wednesday and expanded localised restrictions, which have been in Glasgow and other parts of the country. So that's it. I hope you found this video interesting. Sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I'll try and stay a lot more on top of it. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and put any other questions you have in the description. Thank you.